Okay, sorry about that. Hi, I'm Panda. Welcome to Panda's weekly gaming news show. The mic was on mute. I was adjusting the wrong bar. They're right next to each other, the two volume bars. I was just trying to start the nice, calm background music. If you're new here, this is a sort of podcast style show, and we usually just got some nice, calm gameplay footage. So for this week's gameplay footage, if you're watching the video version or watching us live on Twitch right now, we have got some flying in the Crew 2. And we are traveling from, I remember where I recorded this footage. Oh, it was from Miami all the way to Seattle. So enjoy that nice, peaceful flight in the background as I tell you a little bit about the gaming news. But let's first start off with what we've been doing this week. I've just started playing a game called Arctic. It's very colourful and interesting. I haven't put too much time into it, maybe an hour or two of that. It's free on PS Plus, the normal PS Plus. I know PlayStation have totally messed up their tier systems now, so that's a confusing mess. But basically, it's like a run-based game. You go inside an arcade machine, and like some evil corporations put like hacked viruses in or something. It's basically like a very colourful run-based, third-person run-based game. But each time you go in, it's different. The location might be different. The enemies might be different. So I'm intrigued to play some more. And you literally just like pick up different weapons as you go along. There's all these interesting weapons. Like, oh, I've ran out of bullets for this. Well, I'll just grab this other weapon, and you keep on going. So you just never know what you're going to get. And you've got some special abilities as well. So I've been doing that. I want to put some more time into that. Maybe looking into streaming that. I'm trying to fit it into my stream schedule, but I've already have some other games slot in to stream next week. Been playing some Pokemon Unite. It was Pokemon Unite's 1 year anniversary this week. So we did some special stuff for the stream there. And this week, as you might have noticed, we streamed all Pokemon games this week, just for a change to celebrate Pokemon Unite's 1 year anniversary. There are some special costumes, so make sure you go in, do your daily logins. You get a Pokemon and a costume each day for 5 days, so make sure to get those, you don't miss out. Also, there's some special events to unlock Glaceon, which I just did. So if you join us the next Wednesday's Pokemon Unite live stream, I will be playing as Glaceon, so make sure to tune into that. That's on Wednesdays at 11:30 AM British Summer Time. Been doing a little bit of Fortnite with my crew. Also, my niece just got into Fortnite, so that's interesting, having more people I know join in, so it doesn't matter what day it's on. There's usually someone I know who's playing. That's always good to know. Also, it's interesting to teach someone who's new to games in general and new to Fortnite, so I've enjoyed that. My whole crew unlocked Ripped Indiana Jones, as we call him. So we were all running around as Ripped Indiana Jones. That was quite funny. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the quests, the summer events on there. There's always seems to be something going on, so it never seems repetitive. A really big fan of doing the quests in Fortnite. I think since they've added that, it's made it a lot more interesting. Then I've been doing some Fall Guys, a lot of Fall Guys squad and duos. Me and my partner play a lot of Fall Guys. He seems to be really enjoying that as well. Got the Pasheen costumes. They were very cute as well. Looking forward to, oh yes, that started yesterday. How could I totally forget? The big Yeetus event is happening in Fall Guys. So basically every level is just full of Yeetuses. And if you don't know what a Yeetus is in Fall Guys, it's basically like a big swinging hammer. And if you get in the right place, it might send you flying further up the course. Or it could send you flying off. Just never know how it's going. Also, I've really been getting my teeth back into the Crew 2, which obviously you can see as the gameplay from the flying. I like the Crew 2s better than the Crew 1, purely for the fact that you can just go to activities, go to what race, and you're straight in. I appreciate there's some big open world, but at the moment I'm just like, oh, you know what, I want to get into these different events quickly. The only thing I don't like is when you finish an event, you have to go into the menu, find what type it was, like street racing, and scroll all the way across. I don't know why it's not a quick way just to get back to, I want to do the next event, or back to the event menu we're on. So I think they could tweak that a little bit. Then the other game I've been playing is The Division 2. I've been playing that a lot with my dad because he lives very far away. All my family members live far away, so we do a lot of online gaming to keep in touch. And we're getting nearer to the end of Division 2. Or as I joke with my dad, where the real game begins. As everyone online likes to say, like, oh, it's not till you get to the end game content. So that should be interesting. I'm curious to see what the end game content is in Division 2, but we're very close to the end. I think one more play session should get us there. And I think that's about it for what I've been playing. There's probably been some other stuff. Obviously, there's stuff we put on the stream. Pokemon Legends, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of the Sky. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of the Sky is really good. I'm enjoying to play some more. I think that's why that live stream yesterday overran a little bit from our usual length, because I was just enjoying it too much. Let's move on to the news. I don't have a little jingle for news, but we'll just go do news. So this one report comes from Kotaku. GTA Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to co-star a woman and will be more culturally sensitive. This is a lot coming from Rockstar, so hopefully they stick to what they're saying here. I think they should do more. For everything bad Ubisoft's done, I appreciate what they did in Assassin's Creed. Which one did I play? The Greek one. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I liked how you could choose your main character to be male or female, and I thought that was a change because I went for the female one. Or most people say she was the better character anyway. I think that option should just be there anyway, so I'm interested to see this do it in Grand Theft Auto. And also, for Grand Theft Auto to be more culturally sensitive is interesting, because Rockstar usually just does humor and with anything, and sometimes it can be a little offensive. Like, I find some of the stuff in Grand Theft Auto past games to be funny, and some of them being like, cringy, so we'll see how that goes. Also, it's going to be set in Miami, so I'm curious to see if that's going to be 80s Miami, like Grand Theft Auto Vice City, or is this going to be present day or future? I'd like a futuristic Grand Theft Auto. I doubt that's going to happen, but we'll have to see. But Miami, if it's Miami, I want the 80s Miami from Vice City. I want that soundtrack. That 80s soundtrack is amazing. Give me anything set in the 80s, and I'm there. Next, this I was hoping to have recorded some footage of this next game, Path of Titans. My plan was to record the footage and do a first impressions video. That might be a week or two away till I do that, because I tried to log in. It turns out there's only a free trial on Xbox, unless you buy the Founders Pack, or the Deluxe Founders Pack. But they're quite costly, so there's a 60-minute trial, but when I tried to log in, there was so many players and the servers were having issues that I was just stuck on the screen saying to type in some code on the link website. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to waste my 60 minutes trial. So I backed out of there. They haven't really said it's fixed yet. It's still on the Twitter, like on their Twitter feed, it's still like, oh, we're still working on it. There's too many dinosaurs, or where's a meteor when you need one, or something. Some dinosaur humor there. So I'm intrigued by this. It's an MMO where everyone plays as a dinosaur. You don't need to be a predator, you don't need to be a carnivore. You can be a herbivore, so that is good. I don't quite know how it's going to play. And the fact that people can buy packs, like if you buy the Founders Pack, you can have 25 dinosaurs. Now, which usually when you're playing MMO, you're playing as one character. So the fact that they're advertising so many characters, am I just going to like be swapping dinosaurs randomly? Or am I going to be like stuck as one dinosaur, level them up, and if I want to play as another dinosaur and level them up separately, it's going to be like a separate character, which would be a little bit unusual, because like Elder Scrolls have got more than one character, but you don't really want to play the same content all again as different characters, because there's so much content. Usually for Elder Scrolls I've got like, here's my main PvE character, here's my PvP character. And Final Fantasy XIV goes the complete opposite way, where you just have one character, because your one character can learn all the jobs, all the abilities of the other classes, and you can just, once you've leveled them all up, you can just kind of swap to what class you want to be, so there's no need to have multiple characters. So we'll have to see how that goes. So I'm intrigued. People have a mixed bag online about this Path of Titans, so we'll have to wait and see. So that's just something I looked into. Next is an article from Kotaku again. There's a guy turns his Mazda Miata, apologies if I've pronounced this wrong, into the Nintendo Wiata. So basically he's got his Mazda car, and for where he usually has his steering wheel, he's replaced it with the plastic Mario Kart steering wheel that you had for the Nintendo Wii. So yeah, interesting. I'm not sure how much you'd want to drive your car around with a Wii steering wheel, but someone went and did it. I just threw that in for a funny story because I thought that was... It's so much smaller as well. When I saw a picture of it, I was like, usually steering wheel's like out here, but he's like here with his little Wii steering wheel. And I was like, that's interesting. Okay, next story. Oh man, I was following this story and it got very confusing. I had to change my bullet points on it a few times. So at the weekend, rumors were coming from, and journalist Jeff Grubb had said that someone from the inside said Ubisoft was cancelling Roller Champions, that's a roller derby game, after Season 3. We're on currently Season 1. There's about 20 days left on Season 1. They said they were going to cancel it on after Season 3. Now, Monday came along. Someone obviously woke up at Ubisoft and went, "Oh crumbs, damage control," and put a press release statement saying they're not cancelling it and they're going to put their full effort into it, and there's some updates come in and features that people want. So Ubisoft says it's not cancelling. Jeff Grubb said, an insider said it was cancelling after Season 3. I think we'll just have to wait to the end of Season 3 and see if Ubisoft sticks to the word, or are they just saying things now to get people to keep going? Because we all know what happened to Hyperscape. Like, it's funny that no one talks about Hyperscape, and that fact that that's actually closed down. I didn't realize it actually eventually closed down. Some people still don't know. People are, oh yeah, Ubisoft's got that Hyperscape thing, that Battle Royale game. I'm like, oh, no, they haven't. That's long gone. They cancelled some other stuff. They cancelled the Ghost Recon, Battle Royale. They got potential Roller Champions, but I played some last night. I was like, they need to tweak some things or add something because it gets a little bit repetitive, which is weird because Rocket League works really well, but there's something missing from Roller Champions. There's just one or two more maybe mechanics or something they need to add. I'd say they need different shaped arenas, would keep it fresh. Because they've got different arenas, but it's the same, like, not a circle, but like an oval type shape. I think some tweaks there. Everything is overpriced. Like, I know some other games with microtransactions are overpriced as well, but this is like, the costumes in that game, Roller Champions, is far too expensive. Next story from Nintendo Life. The Pokemon Center pop-up store returns to London this August. So, we don't have a Pokemon Center shop in the UK, so we've only got this pop-up one coming, which is good and bad, but at the moment it's not really ideal to be traveling to London to go to a Pokemon Center. And I never know if these pop-up ones are as good as, say, like the Pokemon Center that's open all the time in Japan. I think there's one, if I'm right, if someone knows and I'm wrong, let me know. I think there's one in New York as well. Is that one that's open all the time? There's a Nintendo shop that's open all the time. The UK really kind of sucks for having these more unique shops like this. They never seem to stay open very long, or they're just pop-up ones. I don't know why. But we suffer a lot from that in the UK anyway. We've just got certain types of shops and there's too many of them. It's like we're obsessed with coffee shops, nail shops, some other type of beauty shop. I can't remember what they're called now. They've got some fancy name. Fake tan shops. Those are the type of shops where we've got too many of, but we don't have these as much. One or two places that are a little bit more fancy, you find like a board game shop if you're lucky. We can play board games, but that's about it. So, and some barcades, but they're not quite as like good, say like as the Japanese and American ones. You get some here and they're like sort of alright. They're a bit hit and miss. Although there are some good like arcade ones where you go in and you just pay once, and arcade machines. Arcade Club in Leeds, an example of really good one, but it's sort of out of town Leeds. The one in Leeds, there's a barcade there. It's not so good. I hate to be harsh, but someone there needs to tell someone how to tune TVs in because the picture quality is terrible. But that's when I went last. That was a few years ago. They might have upped the game a bit. Hate to give you some sad news here, but as a big fan of Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Composer Kenichi Okuma, apologies if I pronounced that wrong, has passed away, and he was only 56. And anyone's played a Super Smash Bros. Game, you will know how amazing the music is in Super Smash Bros. I think it might have some of the best music in all of games. It's such good music in Smash Bros. So that's sad, and that's a ridiculously early age to pass away. There's no more details on here, but I just want to bring that. So I want to say thank you to Kenichi Okama for all that music, because it's amazing, and Smash Bros. Is amazing. So his music will live on. He's a legend as a composer. That's going to do it for the news, but we have got some questions from our Patreons and Twitch subscribers that sent them in. I will make a more official post because I had to ask them for the questions. I'm just going to try and figure out a way on a format that works best. Discord, the Twitch subscription on the Discord's a bit of an unusual one for like asking questions because things can just suddenly get lost in the chat. So I'm going to find a way. I think I'm just going to pin a post with the questions. So I will try and do that for next week. Now, we have got some questions that aren't Patreon Twitch subscriptions. I asked these questions to family members as well. So I got 2 from my brother who doesn't really play games anymore. So he's asked some silly questions. So my brother, sense of humor, I would say silly. So here's the silly questions. He asked, what's Mario's favorite color? I'm going to just say red. I did actually try and do some research on this and see if I could find out what Charles Martinet's favorite color was, the voice actor of Mario. But at no point no one in an interview went, Charles Martinet, what's your favorite color? I'm going to say red. Look how many things Mario goes and does, and he's always wearing that red suit. So I'm going to go red. It says, does Ryu from Street Fighter have a favorite song, and if so, why? I was going to say Ryu's obviously going to love his own theme song. It's like if you're a wrestler and you come with a theme song, you're going to be like, yeah, gets you all pumped up. But on the other side, I think he would enjoy the Street Fighter songs by Starbomb and Brental Floss, and also I think Ryu from Street Fighter would be a fan of Eye of the Tiger as well, who, if in the world of fighting and fighting games, is a fan of Eye of the Tiger. I can just picture Ryu running up some steps, fist pump in the air to Eye of the Tiger. Next, we've got some more less silly questions. We've got some good questions here from Meggie.Pop. Let me just pull them up. So it made a good point. Okay, let me see where they are. Yes, here we go. Any summer events in any games? That is true. There is a lot of events coming up. So we've got the No Sweat Summer event in Fortnite. There might be some stuff in Rocket League. A lot of games have just got events going on in general. Like the Crew 2's always got events going on. What else did I see that had summer ones? Oh no, what was the one? And I cringed. Oh no, I forgot now. There is a summer event and the outfits are Marvel's Avengers. Marvel's Avengers. I don't know if it's got a summer event, but it's got summer costumes. I'm just going to shake my head in absolute shock at how cringeworthy they are. Like basically like, imagine the Avengers, but in beachwear. Yeah. So there'll be some more summer events that just I would like you posted. If you're on the Xbox, I know there's an events actual app. There's an app called Events, and we'll tell you what events are in games. World of Warships just sent me an email this morning saying they've got a birthday celebration event on. They're like, please come back. That's because I have not played World of Warships in months. So yeah, keep posted. There will be loads more events. I think Xbox might have some summer events coming up. Maybe some rewards and bonuses. They usually do that. They used to have the Summer of Arcade stuff. There might be bonuses like buy so many games, get a game free or something. So keep posted for those. But yeah, I've definitely seen some summer events up. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something in Overwatch or Call of Duty. Call of Duty just added the Terminator, so you can get Arnie at the Terminator and the cop, the Terminator who's a cop as well in Terminator 2. I've totally forgotten the actor's name and character's name, but you know who I mean. Is the one that can like sort of go liquidy and change shape. Next good question from Meggie.Pop as well. Do you see any difference in any games when the school holiday's on? Now it's hard to tell unless I stick the voice chat on, which is a terrible idea ever on Xbox, because you get some very squeaky voices and inappropriate language from children and teenagers. Usually time of day. My biggest thing I've noticed in Fall Guys is either people that stand around aren't even doing particularly what you need to do in the game, and people trolling. And sometimes I think it's the kids trolling. It could be adults, but sometimes I think kids trolling. You get a lot of people that just stand near the end and just grab people who don't even finish. But I've seen a lot more, maybe in the week or two, of people just standing around randomly in the course, like in the middle of the course, or just like randomly diving off a ledge over and over again. It's very bizarre. I've definitely seen that more. I bet Fortnite is full of them, so keep your voice chat off if you don't want a headache. You probably get in other games. I bet any game. It doesn't matter about the age. usually you want to see someone that's like randomly running around not doing the objective. Is usually, oh, that's harder to see in Fortnite because that's what everyone does now because of the quests. I've not noticed other games. Some games are just bad because some adults are bad at these games. Not bad as in like skill, I mean just bad as in morally bad. Like people who team kill in Rainbow Six Siege. What's the point? I imagine that's worse at the moment. So yeah, you will see an influx. Sometimes you see an influx of like parents that are playing or parents that are not playing now. So the same goes on Twitch. Your usual viewers, you'll suddenly see them disappear for a week or two and then come back, or come back on different days when they're not having to look after the children. So yeah, I think school holidays do make an impact. Now, it's a little bit hard to tell because I know our school holidays in the UK don't quite line up with the school holidays in North America. I think North America's school holidays are longer than ours. But even here in the UK, I know we're a week or two off in England compared to Scotland. I'm not sure what Wales has got going on. We're all a little bit off, but even in England, we're very disorganized. Sometimes it's like some broke up on Wednesday, some broke up on Friday. It's confusing. But yes, I would expect an influx of either viewers on Twitch and actually in-game as well. So keep posted. Usually you can see bad behavior, but unfortunately, some adult gamers as well can be quite trolls in games anyway, so it's hard to tell sometimes. I think I got another question before we round it up. Can I tell you more about what we're doing next week? Favorite game at the moment? What was I saying I was playing? I don't know. Favorite game? If I want to relax, it's definitely The Crew 2. I can see getting this arcade again. Last week I was enjoying... No, 2 weeks ago I got really back into playing the new Life is Strange. But it's quite emotional, Life is Strange. And if your mood isn't quite feeling up to taking emotional stuff, that's why I've taken a break. I finished the first chapter. And I was like, this is too heavy for at the moment. I was like, I'll leave it for a bit longer. What do I pick up? I'm fluctuating. I did really get my teeth into last week. Omino, that's spelled O-M-N-O, which I finished in a whole evening because I was sunk my teeth into. That's why I like when I find a game that I sunk my teeth in, I can sit down and go, no, I'm just playing this. At the moment, I seem to be jumping between games. I play a game for a little bit and go, nah, I'm going to swap to something else. There was that, and Raji and Ancient Epic. Those two are on Game Pass, but they are leaving in 2 days, I think. They leave at the end of this month, so it might... No, you've got time to finish both of those, actually. If you download those two, I'd recommend them too. Those are the last two games I definitely sunk my teeth into. The Crew 2 has been helpful for us, like, chilling and having a podcast on. Actually, talking about events, let's go back to the summer events thing. There's a summer event in Elder Scrolls Online at the moment. If you do Battlegrounds, Imperial City, or Cyrodiil, you can get tickets and get yourself some new pets or a mount. So go and check that out. I think that's on for the next week or two. So yeah, that's sort of like a summer event. I'd say for MMOs, there's some Moogle related event in Final Fantasy as well. I don't know much about that because I'm not high enough level to check that out yet. Usually we go to outro screen here, but being that we're still flying, I'm going to leave the footage on for a minute before we commence a raid. All these news shows are available on Catch Up. I understand this is a bit of an odd time, so we're going to work on that. I don't have to do it at a different time or to just do this as a video episode for YouTube, but all the news shows are available on YouTube. I know there's an ad coming up, so I'll round it up after this ad has finished playing for Twitch streamers, Twitch viewers. So yeah, I'm going to work on that. I don't know if this is too early in the day for a new show, but it is available on YouTube. I'm going to try and figure out how I can turn this episode into just audio and maybe put it on the Patreon so Patreon viewers can have like an audio version and listen to it as a podcast. The dream is one day, if I have a better setup and things in the future for different mics and audios, to have a podcast. But surprisingly, you'd think sitting down and just chatting a podcast would be less work, but podcasts actually take a lot more editing and things than, say, like doing a video or doing a live stream. So that's one thing that's kind of put me off from doing those. But I think that's about it then. there is an ad playing right now, so let's enjoy these airplane views here. We've got a new YouTube video up at the moment. That is the Crew 2 and how similar and different it is from Stuntman Ignition's mode. You know what? I don't know if this ad's playing or not, so I'm going to round it up here. I think that's it. So I do appreciate everyone who is supporting. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. All the links are in below. It's a special link tree link, and you can just click on the links there. On TikTok, there's a gaming TikTok, and I have worked on making a film TikTok separately. So keep posting the next few weeks, and I'll sort that out. I just want to keep video games on one and the live action stuff on the other, because sometimes they get lost when they're mixed together. Also, thank you to our supporters, our patrons, Twitch subscribers, and everyone else who's donated on Ko-fi, with Twitch bits, stickers, and sound alerts. So you can find out more information on how to support us in the link below. We really do appreciate it. What keeps the lights on and keeps us doing this. Any suggestions for games you would like seeing stream, let me know. I put them on a list, and we try and get around to as many as we can. Even if it's not next week, it might be the week after or so. But they do get added to a list, so I can go and check them out beforehand and stream them. And we do appreciate the suggestions. This week, my graphic designer suggested the Pokemon live streams, and I really enjoyed streaming all the Pokemon live stream games. So thank you to her for suggesting that. We're looking into some other things. I'll announce those when we get to them. But yes, we stream on Tuesday, 2 p.m. British Summer Time. Wednesday is Pokemon Unite at 11:30 a.m. British Summer Time. You can join in. Doesn't matter if you're on Switch or mobile phone. Thursday is Throwback Thursday. It's at 2 p.m. British Summer Time. That's always Throwback Thursday, so we play something retro. At the moment, the news show is on Fridays at 9:30 a.m. British Summer Time. We'll see if we're going to just swap that to just a YouTube video or what we want to do with it. I haven't decided. And that's it. Like I said, a weekly video on YouTube as well, usually on a Wednesday. Thursday, we've had technical issues. TikToks and Instagram Reels are random. Purely depends on if something came up or something happened or something. So they're a surprise. You know, keep you on your toes. You just never know when you're going to get a new Reel or TikTok. And I think that's going to do it. So thank you everyone for joining us. If you're watching us on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. If you're watching on Twitch, give us a follow so you can keep up to date with all the new live streams we do. And that's going to do it. Let's see who we can raid this morning. Get our raid on. Who have we got? And let's go and say hello to our favorite grandma. Go and say hello to Wow Grandma 78. Get the raid on. Get your panda raid ready for everyone's favorite grandma. See you next time. Have a good day and stay safe. Bye.